Hello, this is not a spring chicken. Just when you think you're going to buy all these holiday presents, you find out, there goes that new tax increase. Or actually, is it, they're not going to let those tax, anyway, your taxes are going up. Can you believe that? They just voted it in. Well, for now, we're going to bring Oldecam on with comments on the headlines of today. TV evangelist, I'm being extorted over an affair.
Well, yeah, because you sit there and preach thou shalt not, and you continually do, you're going to get actually, you get screwed in more ways than you can think.
Iran blames Israel after nuclear scientist killed.
Yeah, well, and then I'm surprised they didn't blame the United States. You know where they got that information is from WikiLeaks.
Are you serious?
Yep.
And millions of Americans face loss of unemployment benefits.
Well, yeah, the Democrats will. This actually is a job creation bill. They said it will keep 600,000 people working if you extend. And I heard one Republican said, I could put a lot more people to work than 600,000 for $12 billion.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking for 2 months, it will keep 600,000 people working by giving people. The Democrats do not get it. I mean, don't they understand that it doesn't cost $1 million to create a job?
Well, you know, when we sit there, that's true, huh?
That's right.
Actually, if they give me $1 million, I can guarantee I'll create more than one.
Yeah, but they're averaging $890,000 a job per their million that they're spending to get the Democrats. And they because there are no business people in the Democratic Party that aren't wealthy.
New deficit plan still eyes Social Security trims.
Yeah, well, they're gonna do what people don't like doing. The problem is, we don't live to 65 anymore. The females live almost until 80, and the males until their mid-70s. So you're going to see it bounced up to about 69 now, folks.
And it's all right to offend Christians with federally sponsored art, but don't offend Muslims.
Well, I know, isn't that a great one? The Muslim sensitivity is more important than the sensitivity of Christians at this time of the year.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, they're basically, the Smithsonian basically has gotten the idea somewhat, and they've toned back on their Christian attacks over this holiday season, but only because they were really jumped on by everybody in Congress on. I mean, you got, okay, Democrats that were going to run for re-election in a year don't want to go home saying that they were basically crucifying Jesus with blood and ants and stuff and peeing all over him and things, so not a great time.
That's not a great time. And Las Vegas among the world's worst economies.
Yeah, and Harry Reid's in charge of it, folks. Harry Reid refuses to get Obama in a corner and tell him to shut his blankety-blank mouth about him. Obama's responsible for nobody going to Las Vegas because
I know.
He says you shouldn't be spending your money there when you could be spending it elsewhere.
And rush hour bombings in Baghdad wound 12, including 5 police.
Yeah, and it's gonna get worse as the closer we get to our pulling the majority of the troops out, the more basically they're gonna go back to probably like the Saddam Hussein regime, where some powerful person in the military takes control of the country in order to save the country from the extremists.
Reid must be bold on don't ask, don't tell.
Well, they lost one of their supporters in John McCain. John McCain said it's a fully, he said 70% of them agreed there must be some sort of change made. Of that 70%, part of them say there shouldn't be any change made. Some of them say some change should be made, and others say no change should be made. That's not a positive report. They also said 2 out of every 3 people in the field don't want to change whatsoever, and they compose the bulk of our military at the moment.
And Taliban attacks NATO supply truck in Pakistan and kills 1.
Well, yeah, because the Pakistanis allow it to happen.
And Senate blocks repeal of tax filing requirement.
Oh yeah, the Democrats basically everything is anti-business in this country with the Democratic Party. They have this idea that as long as the government can print money, you don't need businesses.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Even the Soviets got the idea you have to have businesses to confiscate. If you don't have businesses to confiscate, you can't run the country.
And Georgia residents begin cleanup after tornado destroys 50 homes.
Tornadoes are, the thing is about tornadoes are not discriminatory. The tornado will hit a wealthy area as the same as a trailer park.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. Yeah, California regulators approve use of pesticide linked to cancer.
Yeah, because they can't kill the bugs anymore. What they did was they stopped using some of these pesticides because the United Nations said that they are causing problems, and then the population of bugs basically, the less stringent pesticides, basically the bugs have built an immunity to, so now they're going to have to go back to the things they did know that worked. I mean, like they basically wiped out a lot of insect-driven diseases with DDT, but DDT was causing a problem in some animals. So.
And let's see, Portlanders condemn bomb plot and criticize an FBI probe.
Yeah, Portland has a standing thing that they will not cooperate with the United States government on anything dealing with Muslim extremism.
Nothing?
Nothing. So they basically, it's why the situation, why they almost got, actually they probably didn't care if they'd have killed everybody at the Christmas tree lighting, that people in Portland would have probably been dancing on the top of tables.
Actually, there's a lot of Christmas tree lighting ceremonies going on this weekend.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yeah. And study says even being a bit overweight is risky.
Well, yeah, remember the Democrats used to say it was basically all right to be overweight. Now, because of the Obamas, it's evil and a crime to be overweight. Shame on those fat people. We need to get them trimmed for their own, whether it's a medical reason or not, we must force them to be in shape. And
FDA, of course, just like our dietary restrictions.
Yeah.
Yeah. And starry night, star count may triple.
Yeah, I love that. They basically have decided there are more stars in the sky than what they originally thought.
I think they're starstruck.
Yeah.
And FDA would boost food inspections under the Senate bill.
Oh, yeah, basically the Republicans, for some God-unknown reason, decided to destroy the family farm and the family butcher, all those little community things. They decided to take out of business because they have to fill out so many forms that you can't stay in business now.
Well, they do have more control over it than people realize.
Yeah.
And look, all the birds are coming back now. Republicans block child nutrition bill.
Well, no, basically it's got to do with that. It's Michelle Obama's Happy Meal bill. Basically, we're going to force organizations to bury French fries, pizzas, and all that stuff so that they can have healthy foods for children observed only. She won't stop you from serving them. You're just not going to be able to put them on your menu, which basically means they're not going to serve them.
Yeah, we were just talking about Wendy's new French fries.
Yeah, which are basically a response to the Michelle Obama's thing on salt.
I know. It's supposed to have sea salt in it, but didn't you say this is like, how many times have they changed it?
It's the third time, I think, in the last 5 months they've changed their French fries recipe trying to appeal to the Obamas.
And deficit panel tackles health care costs.
Yeah, they said you can't. They said you can't put 32 million more people into a system that couldn't be paid for before, and pay for it even if the government takes it as a single party. It doesn't work either, folks. They said it can't be done. You need to do something about the cost. You don't need to add more people and charge less. It can't be done.
Lawmakers negotiate tax cut as House plans vote.
Yeah, they voted this morning. Basically, they voted in the House to lower to keep the Obama tax cuts for the people under $250,000, and then the Bush tax raise on everybody above $250,000, which includes, I think, like 8 million small businesses.
Ooh, censure almost certain as Wrangle ethics case ends.
Well, yeah, because they're not going to do anything to Wrangle. They're going to tell him, shame on you, you got caught, don't do it again.
Yeah.
That's a censor. That's why...
ooh, how tough.
Yeah, well, no, they wanted, the Democrats wanted to censor Bill Clinton over getting caught lying to Congress, which eventually cost him his law license, but censorship doesn't work, folks. They don't care because he's going to be back in charge of Democratic committees just as soon as they censor him.
Yeah, and all they did is say shame on you, and then he's back to business, right?
That's right. Do it all over again. He's got to pay the taxes he didn't pay, but he should have paid them a decade ago.
Obama restores the Eastern Gulf drilling ban.
Well, like anybody, I mean, like the Republicans are finally getting through their head. This guy has never been on their side. I mean, they're the most stupid people on earth, Republicans.
And the number one search word is not a person.
That one,
It's a news item. It's the Gulf oil spill.
Gulf oil spill. That's why our Gulf oil spill news. It has to do with the fact Obama's trying to rewrite history by saying that the Gulf oil spill never really happened. It was a small mistake. All the food is healthy. The White House has imported. They imported 2,000 pounds of fish stuff, and of course they imported it from the area where there was no spill. But other than that.
And a Monty Bubbleism from the Mark Twain of the animal kingdom.
That if you keep offending everybody that supports you and you still expect to be reelected, you must know something that nobody else knows.